bit lowered. Okay, that looks a little bit better. But what's up, everyone? This is Panda. So I'm gonna make this video short, and I'm going through some difficulties right now. But recently, I just had a couple of few people contact me for services, and recently, just last night and this morning, the same person contacted me for services, and then tried to underplay me and tried to say, and I think it wasn't intentionally, but it was something that he needs to learn about intellectual property. But with that said, everyone, I'm the Panda Photographer. We are on Fifth Avenue in New York City, and I wanted to talk about a request. And that request is because, again, one of my text friends contacted me again, asking me for services. Now, there's a difference between you getting hired to do a video and then they want to take your video and then they want to market it and monetize it and then commercialize it and do whatever they want with it. That's when you have to sell your video. So if you're a videographer, listen, sell your videos if you know that the client is going to monetize it, commercialize it. If you have someone, let's say a wedding shoot or a portrait shoot, and they also want video, that is different. That person is not going to spend the money to like commercialize it, monetize it, etc., right? But someone that wants to start or has a startup company that wants to collab, but also wants to pay. So let me also let you guys understand that this was just happened to me within the last few, I'd say 45 minutes. The end of the discussion turned out that, there was not a lot of negotiation from one party to another. So the artist between this person that is talking to me, I know the person that he's talking to because he doesn't speak Japanese, which is pretty sad. But I also wanted to say that you cannot ask me to say, you cannot just immediately say, oh, we're just going to want you to film, but we're going to own the rights to all your videos. No, that's not how it works, friend. Now I have to sell you the video because now you want the rights to the video. Hear me out, ladies and gentlemen. They want the rights to the video. That means you have to sell it. You have to sell it because you recorded it and now they want something that you have. They do not own the rights. They might have paid you for the shoot, but you own the rights to that video. Now, this is why before you do any proposition or any business, you write it in contract. But this is his problem. His problem was he didn't have anything in contract. He's going to allow me to write up any contract that I wanted. See, this is why I decided not to take the job. Too many red freaking flags. With that said, everyone, I'm a travel consultant, I'm a travel documentarian and a photographer, and I'm houseless. We are in New York City, we're on Fifth Avenue. You guys want to support the channel financially? There's a PayPal, Cash.app, Venmo. It really will mean a lot this month, if you can, because I haven't received any donations lately at all. But with that said, everyone, been trying to stay on top, try to stay afloat, but things are really complicated at this time, especially in the city. And after what's been happening to me with some of my former friends or friends, it's like, listen, do not call me or do not text me unless you listen. So let me start that over. I would prefer if you have your obligations settled between you and the other party. That's the problem with this whole arrangement. There was no 100% agreement. Now, here's the second part. When you try to undermine my work and try to lowball me on purpose, and I think you tried to on purpose, when you text, after I said you want to sell it, and then you said, I'm only going to hire you to film. No, friend, then I have to sell you my footage. I am the copyright holder, owner, and I own the rights. You do not own the rights. You only own the rights to what I record, which is the video. I could record anything through that day while you hire me. But you only wanted a specific performance, which is 15 minutes. I cannot do that. Even though it's 15 minutes, I cannot take that gamble. This person wants to monetize it, takes my footage and monetize it, and do whatever he wants, market it for his startup brand, or whatever they want to call it, a media company. You cannot do that. You do not own the rights to me. I did not sign a contract with you, or either I did not agree to that. This is why I was disagreeing to everything he was saying. I said, no, friend, this is not how this works. I still own the rights. You want to market it, you want to sell it, then you have to, mind you, he wants to do a live stream. Then you have to give me a percentage of that live stream's revenues. Especially if you're using my video cameras, all three, plus my iPhone. Yeah, friend, that is something, because he wants high quality. He wants high quality. You still have to pay for high quality. Because 4K footage is not easy to add. It is sometimes troublesome to some people's computers. And not everyone has the ideal computer to add 4K, mind you. You need a lot of hardware, which I have, which I spend money on. You're going to have to pay for that investment. You're going to have to pay for the productive work and the processing of that. Yes, friend. So, yes, I'm going to have to sell you the footage. Guys, this is why I don't want to do business in New York City. All these shady practices with no respect for artists. This is a city full of artists that don't respect artists. It's insane, in my opinion. Take it what I'm saying with the greatest song. As an artist, I've been disrespected so many ways. Trying to lowball me, trying to undermine me, trying to make me seem like I'm stupid. Yes, you contact me, you reached out to me. How did you get my number? That's a question that needs to be asked. Because mind you, 657 was started in March or February of 2020. No one in New York City had that number other than Tech. So, if Tech did give my number out, again, you gave my number out to another person that done bad business practice with me, friend. That is not good. Again, for the third time in the last 3 months, Tech, I'm sorry, man, but you don't give out my number. Always ask me permission first. You know why? Because if someone's asking you for my number, and if you know, they're not gonna really pay me the value of my work. And Tech knows that my work is, I literally take the time out and appreciate my work. As a photographer, as a documentarian, as a travel consultant, yes, I do appreciate my work. And I value my work. This is why don't ever work for free. Don't ever work for a low-ass price. Don't ever let someone tell you what your work values. You know how much my work values? For what he just told me, I did the valuation. I did the evaluation, and I sent it over to Kevin. I sent it over to Kevin on Instagram, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna say, yeah, that's about right. $6,000, $7,000 valuation. Yeah, that's about right to sell your work. Yeah, that's about right. No, sorry, friend. I've been doing this for a long time, but I haven't been understanding people for a long time because I've been going through my own troubles, my own losses. Lee, very sweet girl, can have a moment. I'm going through my own losses, So, no one's helping me do anything right now. I'm trying to do things on my own, which I should. But right now, if you guys want to support, subscribe, like, and share the content. Because right now, this photographer, this videographer is being played and undermined by New Yorkers. And this guy's from Washington, D.C. I'm not saying that he tried to do this intentionally, but you need to also have your A game when you're going to present some proposition. Because first and foremost, I have 2 websites. If you knew how to find me, you should have went to my Instagram, went to my website, instead of asking me what my rates are. My rates are on my website. My rates are on both websites. Oh my panda, I stress this not. It's on both websites. I linked them to the website. And I hope you felt like, I hope he felt like shit because he's like, wait, this is on his Instagram. Exactly. This is why you know when people don't pay attention to your Instagram. That's when you know people don't pay a goddamn attention to your Instagram or to what you do for a living. They don't care. They only care about your fashion, your what you got to show off. Everybody wants to be jiggy fly and all this nice shit. But no one wants to be a humanitarian or save the day. No one wants to be a hero. And that's the problem with humanity. Everybody wants to cut through everybody or undermine someone's work. If you're not legit, first of all, I have an LLC license still valid until next month. If you don't have one, and this is what I was telling him, then I can't do business with you because even though you may pay me, but what you're trying to do, I will win in court, and I do not want to sue you, friend, for defamation. I do not want to do that. Because when he started talking through the text, I started visualizing that going on in my head. Going to court to fight this asshole about intellectual and the rights of my property. And the judge is going to say, well, you hired him to do a job, but you didn't hire him to sell you his work to you. You hired him to do a job for that day. You didn't hire him to do a job that's going to everlast everyone's dreams, which is income, everyone's desires, which means if you're going to market something or make money off of someone else's work, you have to pay that artist as well. What is wrong with you? That's the problem here in New York City that I'm facing. And I'm not accusing everyone in New York City. What I'm accusing is people that I know, that I dabble, because hanging out with a certain group of friends. And I keep telling my friends, don't ever tell your other friends that I can do anything for a lower price, or they have to understand the rights. It's listed on my website. Oh my panda, this is why people don't pay attention. They see the prices, but they don't see the other information. They see the rates, but no information. But with that said, everyone, I'm broke, hungry, and not only that, I'm being undermined because people want to believe that they can do that in this city. And I'm not from this city. I would tear your fucking ass up. That's the best thing about me not being from the city. I can get away from tearing you up legally. Legally, I can tear you apart because you just gave me what I needed. Proof that you were lack in your ability to conduct a better business practice and a fair business practice for everyone. It seems like you just want to lookify everyone else's work, but not pay artists. Who does that remind you of? Someone here in New York City. And I'm not going to mention her name. This is why we don't shoot for her anymore either. Oh my panda, it's like the repeat. Oh my panda, I tried to tell Tech. He was like, yeah, she got some issues. I was like, dude, she disappears, she just goes away, and then she comes back, and it disappears. It seems unlikely that it's not fair for artists. You know, someone's willing to make money off of other artists is not an artist. It's a con artist. That's what that person is. With that said, everyone, if you're an artist, do your own business. You're an artist, get your parents involved to help you understand. If not, go to a certified CPA or a financial advisor and talk about it. It is better than dealing with this kind of bureaucracy bullshit from some of these people that want to abuse your work as an artist in New York City. You guys should be really ashamed of yourselves. that you want to use artists to make money so you can profit, so you can stay afloat, while the artist still suffers. That's why the artist always comes out on top at the end. Why some producers are so mad, or agents are so mad. You realize that this is why, what's the point hiring an agent at some point? You hire an agent if you're really, really, really successful. But you can do that yourself if you want to really learn the ins and outs about how to sell yourself. And I'm starting to do that myself for the longest time and still learning. But don't ever, no, I'm not going to sell my work for a low price. And that's what this person wants me to do. With that said, everyone, I'm the Panda Photographer. We're on 5th Avenue in New York City. And I really need your help. And help me fight this injustice. Also, help me fight what is going on in this city against artists and photographers and videographers. Why are people trying to lowball us into something that we are not stupid in? Some of us might not be educated in, but guys, like I said before, if someone wants to monetize and market your work and your footage and your hard work, you do not just work for the hour, you sell that work. You sell it at a price and make sure it's a good price because this person wants to make money. So with that said, I'm the Panda and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. So easy photography, do your homework and repeat. And I will see you guys in the next one.